I am going to make another Honeypie quilt. This will be my third one. And this is a page from the pattern. I'm going to make this version. So I've already made this one. I've made one of the single star version. And now I'm going to do this giant one. And it's 18 fat quarters. So I wanted to use my new fabrics. This is Daydreamy. And there's 20 pieces of fabric here. So 2 of them I won't use at all. And I'm going to turn where you see my computer screen because I want to show you how I play with which fabrics to use in which of my quilt patterns. And I know most of you can't do this at home, but it's still kind of fun to see. So that's what I'm going to turn around. All right, so here is the Honeypie quilts that I'm going to be making. I've actually made this one and this one. I've not made that one yet. Right, and then here are the fabrics. And then what I do is just kind of plug them in and see how they look. One thing about this pattern, this star, is I've played and played with it. I'm going to change all the colors of this, by the way. But I've played and played with it, and I feel like the A fabric, this is A, this is B, and then these are C. The A fabric seems to look best when it's the darkest fabric of the A and B. So I've been, just kind of fiddling with that a little bit. And not quite right about this color way. Let me just keep playing it. So what I do is just kind of highlight all of those and then see if I can find something better. And it takes a while, to get this right. Like I don't like these two together. Let's I don't like these two together either. Parties. So let me kind of click on that and see what I can do with it. So I just sit here and play with these, until I like what I have. Yeah, I don't. Let me swap this one first. This is 2 busy prints. So like, these are really small squares. So if I put 2 busy fabrics, it kind of something not quite right. So I can highlight it and then choose something else. And just kind of, oh, that's pretty. Play with it until I think it's the best it can be. So, it just takes a while to do, but it's all very doable. Let me play with this for a little bit. One of the things is I can't have like 2. It's 1 star per fat quarter, so these 2 can't be the same. So let me deal with this one. All right, so see that. I want to reverse these where the pink is on the outside and the owl print is on the inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the owls black, then turn the pink to the owls, and then put the black in the pink. That's better. Yeah, that's way better. I'm still not a fan of this one. I don't think I've used the red flower, so Let me see if that softens it up a bit. And one more thing is, I've only got 2 turquoise or teal prints. I don't want them touching that close. So I'm just going to, all right, so now that I have all of my Daydreamy prints in here, I don't like this background, and I don't like the cornerstones. So let's deal with background first. I've got my solids that I have in the shop listed up here, and I just want to kind of play with them and see which solid works best with these fabrics. So this is just you got to play around with it and see. Leave it there for just a second while we change those cornerstones. And let me try this let me try this dragonfly print just to see what it looks like. I usually like cornerstones in either solids or tonals like this. But obviously I've got that used here, so I'm not going to use that. But I don't tend to like them in busier prints. Let's try one of the solids. We have Kona Gold in stock. And that's okay. Let's just keep playing though until we have exactly what we want. An ice peach. Oh, I do like that. What I like about this is that the cornerstones are still noticeable, but they're not taking anything away from the star design. And that's something, that's something that's kind of about preference, because if I, made these bolder, they would stick out. But I think that I like them light like that. Let's Kona Ice Peach. Let's just keep going. But I'm going to keep that one in the back of my head. I want to try this Bunny Hill. All right. What I like about Bunny Hill is it's kind of a deep blush, and it's somewhere between pink and purple. I think I like the Ice Peach better, but that's a pretty good option. Let's see what happens if I choose a whiter white instead of a warm white. Let's go with off-white. Okay, that looks so much cleaner. All right, so this solid white is Bella Off-White. I like that one way better than the Kona Ivory, I think. Let's go back to the Ice Peach on the cornerstones. Let me go back to the Bunny Hill. Oh my goodness, I don't know which one I like better. Let's try another color. I think I'm still leaning to Kona Ice Peach. Let's try something deep, pure poppy. Just to make sure that dark isn't what we want. I don't think I care for that being that dark. And let's try something out there, because let's just see what happens. Okay. I might want to try like a yellowy. Let's see. If it got anything yellowy. I know I've got Latte in stock. This is a light. One thing to think about is my foreground fabrics, which is all the colors right here in the Daydreamy prints. My foreground fabrics are very pink, turquoise, red, orange. So there's something to be said for stepping away from those colors and uses that as your cornerstone. Let me try the Georgia Peach. Kind of yellowy. I don't think I like that one. Let's try this deep vintage walnut. Okay, I know I don't like that at all. All right, so we definitely like the softer colors for those cornerstones, or at least I do. Let me try Light Parfait. This is one I use a lot. Mm-hmm. Let me try the Kona Ice Peach and that one. Kona Ice Peach is a little more depth than the Light Parfait. Light Parfait, Ice Peach. I'm still leaning towards the Ice Peach. I wish I just had something that was. Oh, let me try Yarrow. Oh, that I like. That I like a lot. There's no yellows in these Daydreamy prints. And sometimes when you add a color that is completely the opposite of the other colors you're working with, it gives it this kind of pop or zing. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. I still think I'm leaning towards this look though. Just try a few more. Let me just try the glacier. Okay. Okay, I think I gotta go with that. Oh, I don't know. I think I do know though. Oh, that's really pretty. Let me just try a couple more blues now that I know that the blues are good. What do I got in stock? I know I got Bella Storm. No, I think the Glacier is still better. I'm trying to find blues that I actually have. I feel like I have a Kona that is a little bit blue. Maybe it's the. Okay, I don't really care for that one. So the Glacier is really nice. All right, so we have pure Glacier, and it looks like that, which is an out there color a little bit, not quite, because I still have these turquoises in the mix. And then let's try the Ice Peach one more time so we can. I want to go with Glacier, I think. Yeah, that's the one. One thing that I'm thinking about when I'm doing these stars is I wouldn't want to put two dark colors together. I mean, you obviously can. It's just, I think I've got so many light colors in this collection that if I put two darks together, it would like grab your eye all the way over to say this star. Like, if I put this, if I put this into something like this, you see how it takes away from these. Now you're kind of looking at those darker. Also, we still don't have our foregrounds nailed down because now I'm seeing this one in 3 different stars. So I need to fix that. Let me play with it some more. All right, here's kind of what I was saying. This middle star, it's got 2 darker prints in it. I mean, they're not dark, but they're darker. I think it takes your eye away from the other stars. So I think I'm going to swap out those 2 colors. let me do this. And just kind of looking over these one more time, making sure that nothing's been used twice. I think this is where I want to be at. But that is a kind of how I go about choosing fabrics for the quilts. Just kind of testing, seeing what they would look like. One of the things that I like best about being able to do it on the computer, and something that I do in my mock-ups for you as a customer, is swap out those whites so you can kind of see what the different white solids look like with the collection. And I notice some people, they won't see the difference. My husband is like, you know, they're all white, but some whites are warm, some whites are cool, and they kind of lend themselves to different color spectrums differently. So I like playing with the whites. So I'm going to get Daydreamy cut. I've been staring at this for probably a month now, and I haven't wanted to cut into it, but it has to be done. That's always so hard for me, is just see the stack just kind of sitting there. I've been letting it sit there, and as I sew, I can see it on this table right here, and then I get used to seeing it, and I don't want to cut into it. I know that that's a common problem in quilting, your pretty little bundles that you don't want to cut. But all right, I'm going to show you more of this quilt soon. Thanks for watching this behind the scenes video. I'll see you next time.